Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back with episode 3 of my Utah Jazz Association on NBA 2K13, and today we are going up against the Toronto Raptors. Now, as I said in the last episode, I do want to kind of showcase some post-trade deadline teams. Now, the Raptors did make one small move on deadline day, trading Hamed Haddadi for Sebastian Telfair, but their big move being a few weeks before that when they did trade for Rudy Gay. And I've said it before, I think that was a bad trade for them. I'm not a big fan of Rudy Gay. They're also paying him, DeMar DeRozan, and Landry Fields a now combined $51 million this year. So, anyway, what I do want to talk about is kind of the, my plans. I'm still kind of going through with my plans on how I plan on kind of building up this team. I talked about some of the guys who I wanted to keep last episode. What I really want to talk about is kind of what style of team I want to build at this point. This episode, I really started to find, if you guys remember last episode, we got blown out by the Memphis Grizzlies. This episode, we're going to get behind again. I felt like it was happening all over again. I thought we were going to get blown out again. But we really started to turn around, and what I really felt happen was the emergence of Eric Bledsoe as probably the better point guard, between him and Mo Williams at this point. And, at this point, I think it's time to trade Mo Williams. Eric Bledsoe is really going to emerge playing this up-tempo type game, and you're going to see in the two gameplays after this episode, he's going to have huge games stat-wise, and he's just, he's really going to start to go off, and he has just become, an amazing point guard for this team at that point. But very fast, up-tempo type of guy. Now, I was thinking about, what I want to build around him now. I've kind of decided that, being the whole point of this association was to move on from Al Jefferson and Paul Millsap and try to develop Derek Favors and Enes Kanter, and I think I still want to go through with that. Obviously, I have DeAndre Jordan to kind of fill in for Kanter for the meantime, while Kanter is still pretty raw and developing. But Kanter, in a few episodes from now, I have like the next two gameplays after this episode already recorded, and you're going to see that in a couple episodes, Enes Kanter really is going to start to emerge as a very nice young player. He's good at getting rebounds, very good touch around the rim, good offensive rebounder, and what I really want him to develop into is a stretch type of player. I want to be able to run pick and pops with him, much like I can with Al Jefferson. You're going to notice a lot of my buckets with Al Jefferson come sometimes from just, running the screen and then him popping out, hitting that, 15 to 18 footer, and it's really effective to have a big who can stretch the floor. I don't think Derek Favors is ever going to develop into that. I'd rather Favors be more of my guy down low who can athletically slam it down and be an anchor on defense, but I want Kanter to be a little bit more offensive oriented. I don't know if he'll ever develop that post game that I want him to, but I certainly think he can develop a mid-range jumper. His rating's about a 65 right now, so I'm working on that, developing that with the development drills. We're doing the same with Eric Bledsoe, trying to get his jumper working. He's going to really start hitting his jump shots in the next couple episodes as well, which is good. He's going to have one game where he hits like 3 threes, which is very good to see out of a guy who's, biggest caveat, so to say, is the fact that he can't shoot. So, anyway, but yeah, what I really want to do building around Eric Bledsoe, and look at the crazy, it was all going down the hill right now. We're down 14 points after that. Is it Linus or Linus Kleza? I thought it was Linus, but someone tried to tell me and convince me that the Raptors announcers say it was Linus Kleza. Either way, got the inbound steal and put it in there. So, anyway, we end the first quarter down by 14 points. It was not a good start for us, but what I really do want to do with having two very athletic bigs with Favors and Kanter both run the break very well is I do want to develop kind of a fast break team. And my thinking is what I want to do in building. Really, the two positions I need to work on for the future are shooting guard and small forward. Now, you're going to see a trade idea in the next episode for Al Jefferson. And it's kind of, I think it's an interesting trade. I don't know if you guys are going to like it or not. But if we don't do that trade, I do probably want to try to get a young wing player in terms of, guys who can kind of run the break, run up-tempo games, and maybe, I don't know, I have a player in mind, but I don't want to talk about him really until next episode because I do have that trade idea for this. One thing that I think you guys might like, it's Al Jefferson for not really another star, but another solid player who was kind of rumored to be available this past trade deadline, and that's just due to some people emerging in the organization, and I don't know, I think you guys might find it interesting. I wouldn't be totally against it. I'm not 100% for it, and, I don't know how he would fit in with our playstyle, but anyway, I think I'll actually kind of continue this conversation next episode when I do get into that trade proposal, because I don't want to throw it until next episode, but either way, you can see we're down at the half, 52-43, Really still struggling, but we cut the lead at 9, so we made up a 6-point gap in that quarter, which is good to see. So we're starting out the third quarter down by 9. Rudy Gay on the block trying to go to work on Marvin Williams. He does that effectively right there, and I know someone's going to try to convince me that Rudy Gay's a good player because he does well in a video game. That's just the logic of people on YouTube sometimes, but hey, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I can't change people's opinions that easily, but Gordon Hayward is going to pop the 3 right there. He has become a very effective wing player for us so far. Really liking what he can do off the dribble and off the catch and shoot. And I've just been really happy with the way Gordon Hayward has played so far in this association. Rudy Gay gets the and one there. Now we're down by 10. Kyle Lowry bringing the ball up. He's being covered by Mo Williams, but he's going to find Andrea Bargnani, who will hit the mid-range jumper right there. That's the biggest part of Bargnani's game, is the little stretch jumper that he can hit, as well as he can hit the three-pointer. But Bledsoe, with the ball, is going to find Derek Favors. I had Hayward open at the top of the key there, but Bledsoe is going to pick up his 7th assist of the game by hitting Favors there. Now Gordon Hayward running the break. He's going to give it to Bledsoe, who's going to lob it up to Marvin Williams. Great ball movement there by the Jazz. We'll take a look at it one more time on the replay. Very nice alley-oop there. Really starting to figure out how to use Marvin Williams a little bit. It's kind of an athletic. He's like a poor man's Darrell Wright, almost. A little bit better on defense. But I did figure out that Marvin Williams does have a player option for next year. So I definitely want to get rid of him this year. Then I don't want to have that cap hit on my salary for next year, because I have a feeling he's going to accept that player option. Because, I mean, come on, let's face it, what would he get out in the market compared to the, what, $7 million he's probably going to make next year if he does accept that player option. So I do want to try to throw him in some sort of deal. If we trade for a young player, Al Jefferson's contract's about $15 million. So if we do trade for a young player, maybe on a rookie contract or something, I'm not going to be able to throw Marvin Williams in that deal. I'm going to have to take on another expiring contract or something like that as it is. But either way, that's kind of, like I said, for a whole nother video. But Eric Bledsoe really going to work there. He's going to get the hop step jumper right there. Bledsoe just really, I'm really getting good at driving into the lane with him and just being effective off the bounce with Eric Bledsoe. It's really good to see. I'm really starting to learn how to play with him. I was a little bit concerned at first because I just came off of an association where I had a 3-point specialist point guard with Brandon Knight always popping threes for me, and Eric Bledsoe's the exact opposite. Eric Bledsoe tries to get to the rim, get his assist that way instead of, and I'm really starting to run the pick and roll well with guys like Favors and Cantor. I think in the next couple videos you'll see kind of the emergence of me playing much better with this team. But Michael Petras hits the 3 right there. They go up by 8. So they still have a decent lead on us. Cantor down low, though, is going to miss that one. But Jefferson's there on the boards. He's going to get the and one to go right there. And we are going to be able to cut the lead to 5. It will be 87-82. And now 91-86. Mo Williams with the ball. Gives it to Gordon Hayward. He's going to give it out to Eric Bledsoe for 3. Cash out. You know how it is. Eric Bledsoe hitting the 3 right there. Good to see out of him. His shot's a little bit weird, but I'm starting to get used to it. And hopefully I can keep shooting well with him. Rudy Gay, it's a nice pull-up jumper right there, but still 97, or now 99-8-95. Hayward into the lane for the two-handed slam off of one leg. Off of that, was that off his left? Yeah, that was. No, that was off his right. Never mind. I was going to say something about Derrick Rose, but anyway, it's besides the point. So, cut the lead to 2 there. We're really trying to stay in this game. Our defense is better than what the numbers would say. You're going to see a lot of games where we're allowing 100+ points, but really, I think our defense has been very solid. We only allowed like 14 points in the second quarter, and what happens a lot of the time is when we try to run the break, we kind of run that 7 seconds or less offense a few times. Or, not a few times, but sometimes throughout the game. And, I mean, that just means more possessions for the opposite team. So, I do think our defense is actually better than what the numbers are saying. Anyway, Bledsoe's going to find Gordon Hayward there for 3. He gets that one to go. So, we take a 2-point lead now, 109-107. Raptors with the ball. Kyle Lowry going around the screen. He's going to hit Rudy Gay. Gay drives in, hits the pull-up jumper right there. So they tie the game up at 109. Now on the other end, as time is winding down, we give it to Jefferson in the post. Jefferson's going to try and go to work. Spins off, goes up. He's going to get blocked once by Valanciunas. Gets the rebound, puts it back up, blocked again by Valanciunas. So we are heading to overtime, the first overtime game of the year for the Utah Jazz. Now, the Jazz are 13-7 entering this game. I don't know why we're doing so well in simulation, especially after trading Paul Millsap, but they've been benefiting us a lot through the simulation, so I might try to do something where I deal my draft pick. We'll kind of see. I'm going to wait a little bit before I think about trading my draft pick and trying to get another one. It kind of depends a lot on what I decide to do with Mo Williams and Al Jefferson. But anyway, 113-111 now. Mo Williams bringing the ball up behind the back move, trying to get into the lane. He's going to hit Al Jefferson. Jefferson goes a little up and under post move, gets the and one, and we would take a 1-point lead after Jefferson would convert the free throw there. So now, actually, he would miss the free throw. What am I talking about? 113 all still. Hayward with the ball gives it to Mo Williams for the deep three, and he gets it to go. The D plus shot quality. That's probably at least 25 feet from the basket. Crazy three-pointer by Mo Williams. We're up by 1 now, though. Rudy Gay in the post fades away on Hayward. He's gonna miss, but I believe that was Jonas Valanciunas there is able to clean up the mess. So we're down by 1. Gay into the lane, gets the dunk on DeAndre Jordan. They get a 3-point lead now. We need to get something to go. Mo Williams with the ball, gives it to Gordon Hayward. I rushed this shot with Bledsoe. I should not have taken that shot. I really was not too aware of exactly where the clock was. So anyway, we would have to foul. They would make their 2 free throws. Now Bledsoe with the ball. We really need a 3-pointer at this point. I step back, pull up, and it is not good. They get the rebound. We're going to foul once again, I do believe, and that's pretty much going to wrap up this game. So now we are going to end up losing to the Toronto Raptors. You can see 124 to 118 as time expires. Tough game, but we showed signs of improvement. We didn't get blown out. That's good. The Raptors are a decent team on paper. That kind of translates into 2K pretty well these days. So anyway, I was pretty satisfied with how we played. If we hadn't got off to that rough start, we definitely would have been in this game and potentially could have won. So I see us winning a game or 2 down the road, and hopefully we can show more signs of progression. We're still 13-8, which means the simulation is working out well for us. But anyway, you can see the post-game stats here, and we'll get into the box score in terms of the player stats in just a moment. So you can see Al Jefferson at 31, Eric Bledsoe very good, 18 at 15, showing his ability to be a pass-first point guard, which is what I want out of him. And you'll see, I guess we didn't get to see the Toronto Raptors stats there. I apologize. I remember I accidentally didn't record those. But anyway, you can see Rudy Gay does get the player of the game. Good game out of him. That's pretty much going to wrap up this video. So I thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. So I'm out. Peace.